What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to give you my honest review for Tarisland, which is one of the newest mobile MMORPGs in the market. I've been playing the game for more than a week now, and I really enjoyed the gameplay mechanics of this game. Although, I'm not saying that I am already an expert, as I've been playing the game for only 1 to 2 hours per day. But still, I was able to grasp the in and outs of how the game works, and I will be giving you what I think are the positives and the negatives that I've experienced in the game. So first, let's talk about the gameplay of Tarisland. And right off the bat, let me tell you that this is not your typical mobile MMORPG game.
What?
Simply because there is no autoplay or auto battle in this game.
Are you kidding me?
I know most mobile MMORPG games nowadays heavily rely on the auto mechanic. However, in this game, that is not applicable. Everything you do in battle and in gathering materials for crafting are done manually.
You serious?
I know a lot of people will probably turn their heads because of this. However, I think this is because of the core gameplay for Tarisland. What do I mean by that? You see, most MMORPGs nowadays rely on grinding monsters in the wilderness to get rare items. However, in Tarisland, you get your items from dungeons and raids. There is literally no need to grind monsters 24/7. So basically, you need to control your character manually while doing the dungeons and raids in the game. Now this goes to my next point about the role-playing aspect of this game. In Tarisland, role-playing is an essential part of your team's success in order to complete a dungeon or a raid.
Nice.
You need to have a well-rounded party with a tank that soaks up the damage and takes the aggro from other players, a DPS which will focus on dealing the heavy blows to the monsters, and a support which will handle the healing and buffs for the whole party. Unlike in other MMORPGs, the role-playing aspect is quite neglected.
That's so
For
true.
example, one player, especially the whales or the big spenders, can literally become the tank, the DPS, and the support all at once. Or in other cases, a party no longer needs to have a tank or a support, as their damage output can compensate for these classes. But that is not how Tarisland works. Every role is important to a raid. So going back to my initial point about the no autoplay mechanic, this is one of the main reasons why every player is required to control their characters manually. Each character has a role to play, and they need to have a good teamwork in order to be successful in raids. To make it simple for everyone, you basically need to have a good synergy in the party in order to complete the dungeons and raids.
Yes, sir.
Going to my second point, which I think is one of the most anticipated question in a game like this, is Tarisland free to play? The answer to that is yes, and I'm pretty sure that this will be the follow-up question. Is Tarisland free to play friendly? And the answer to that is another big yes, because in my opinion, there isn't really any reason to spend big bucks on this game. Most of the items that are being sold for real money are only cosmetic items, meaning items that will make your character look good in the game without really having any advantage at all. So if you are the type of player that wants to look good in order to play good, then I think this is where you can put your money on. The main reason why I think this is a free-to-play friendly game is because of the gameplay that I've mentioned before. In order to do raids and dungeons, you need to have a party and you need specific roles in order to complete the missions. So regardless if you are a spender or an F2P, there will always be a place for you in a party.
Oh my god! Wow!
The next thing that I really liked about this game is the flexibility to create your own build. In Tarisland, you have the ability to allocate stats in a way that fits your build. You can do this by unlocking and upgrading different nodes that gives you specific stats. I know. At first, this looks very intimidating. However, Once you understand the stats as well as how to upgrade these nodes, you can easily build your character. Same with building the skills of your class. You will basically have a set of skills assigned to you, and you can enhance these skills through the talent tree. You can upgrade the skills and add more effects and boosts in order to give you an advantage in combat. Next is the trade market in the game. In order to get the gold coins or the main currency in the marketplace, you need to select between 4 available professions. These professions have distinct specializations for crafting items in the game. The items that you craft can then be sold in the marketplace in order to gain the gold coins. This is basically the exchange center for the entire game. I really like the way that they have divided the profession into 4 areas. The reason why I say that is because if all players can craft all the available items, then there will be no demand in the marketplace, only supplies, which will then eliminate the purpose of having a marketplace in the game. And last on the things that I really liked about the game is that this game is not really time consuming. Once I complete all my daily quests or missions in the game, I can log off and stop playing. I'm not pressured to stay online 24/7 to grind monsters for experience or rare items.
Nice.
Now that I've mentioned all the pros that I've experienced in the game, let's now talk about the cons as well. The first thing that I really didn't like in Tarisland is the user interface. As you can see in my screen, there seems to be a lot of clutter in the game. Once you open a specific tab or window, there are so many things that you can see. I think this might overwhelm new players who will be trying the game. There's so many tabs, many windows, and the icons are quite big that it can literally take half of your screen. Even when upgrading the stats of your character, seems quite intimidating, as most players are used to seeing a simple plus sign beside the strength or vitality stat. Another thing that I really didn't like about the game is how they explain the specialization attributes. I mean, if you are a new player, you will probably get confused on what this equation means. Again, this is coming from a new player's perspective. Of course, the more you play the game, the more you will understand these things. However, what if instead of the newbie playing the game, they quit instead? Because they got intimidated or they had a hard time understanding the UIs and how the attributes work. Overall, I really enjoyed my time playing Tarisland, and if I would rate this game, I would say this is a solid 7.5 out of 10. And that's it for my Tarisland honest review. Remember, this is based on my personal experience playing the game. You can have a different experience with what I had, so let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you want to see more Tarisland content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. GG!
You're a superhero.